Good morning. Thank you for joining me with this meditation for peace this morning. We're going to breathe very mindfully and create a space within us where we can allow a little time and a little mindfulness to ease all that pulls us away from our peaceful nature. So mindfulness has been totally correlated with happiness. And it's simply because it gives us an opportunity to cleanse our mind. So let's begin. Let's find a really comfortable position to sit in. Lengthen the spine if you're sitting in a chair. And allow the eyes to gently close. And with the eyes closed, begin to look inside of your head. Looking inside, looking at that space behind the eyelids, bringing all of your vision awareness to this space and noticing what you see. Is it completely black, red? Do you see some pixelation? What do you see when you bring all of your awareness to that space behind the eyelids, bringing the focus of the vision only to that area? And as you keep your eyes anchored in this position, looking within and turning away from all of the visual distractions in the outside world, whilst our attention is focused in this area, we're now going to also bring our awareness to watching the breath as it flows in and out of the nose. Feeling the breath move in through the nose, feeling it leave through the nose, and just being willing to be mindful in this short little meditation, to be willing to move your mind to these suggestions of focus. And so the point is, each time we notice that our mind wanders and we pull it back to the focus, this is where we're doing the really terrific work in restoring our peace. Continuing to watch the breath, continuing to look within that space behind the eyelids. And each time we pull our awareness back to these focused attention points, we undo a little bit of that unconscious programming. And it's that unconscious programming that continues to so easily pull us out of our focused mindset. That's the stuff that pulls us away from being mindful and thus being happy, because it's pulling us away from present time attention. So the trick is, the more present time attention we can hold, the happier we are. The happier we are, the more at peace we are. So continuing this mindful practice, watching the breath, keeping the eyes focused. And now let's all together take a collective breath, breathing in deeply and exhaling. And now we're consciously going to breathe that next inhale in and consciously breathe it out. Noticing as we breathe in that we're softening the belly and the diaphragm, allowing for the breath to be really deep, really full. And as we exhale, noticing how we become smaller around the belly and the ribs. And then right at the end of the exhale, we can pull in on the belly, facilitating a complete conscious exhale. Setting us up for the air to flow back into the lungs. And each time we notice that our mind has wandered off, we call it back and bring the awareness back to the eyes and to the breath. And now let's slow the breath down. Consciously slowing the breath down. And if we really want to shift our consciousness quickly, we can allow the exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. And by making the exhale a little longer than the inhale, this automatically activates the relaxation response. And now that we've found the deepest state of consciousness, let's notice what it is that pulls us away from that focus. When we find ourselves drifting away, noticing what it is that's pulling us away. What are the thoughts? And what are the feelings? And then allowing ourselves to the best we can to dissociate from them, not be attached, to simply witness what they are, and then come back to the focused breath and eye focus. And in this way, this practice allows us to overcome so much of that wiring that's under the hood, that's below the surface in our unconscious mind. And it gives us an opportunity to see what's lurking down there that is probably pulling us away from present time, peaceful attention more often than we realize because it's unconscious. So now that we have our awareness on the breath, and we may be taking the exhale at a slower rate, slowing it down. And now we're going to really lengthen the breath in and breath out, filling the lungs completely, feeling the chest and the belly expand, and exhaling completely. Do a couple more of those. Another full, complete inhale through the nose. And exhaling completely out of the nose, feeling all the sensations, remaining completely conscious. Beautiful. And now let's address any discomfort in the body, any pain that we've been enduring, perhaps chronic pain. And let's bring this next breath into the body, into the lungs. And as we exhale, we're going to imagine that we're moving the life force energy in that breath to any areas in the body that we feel discomfort or pain. So we're breathing in this beautiful life force energy upon the breath. And we're directing the breath energy with the outflow anywhere in the body we're feeling pain or discomfort. And in the same way, we can be breathing in that life force energy and then breathing out and directing the breath to any concerns, to our mental discomforts. Breathing in that life force energy and directing the outflow to those areas in our world that we are concerned about. And in this way, we're creating a space for those things in our lives that pull our attention, that we're worried about, that we're troubled by, and allowing ourselves to accept how we're feeling about it. And rather than hiding from it and pushing it away, creating this space, allowing it to be in our consciousness and blessing it with that breath energy that we're bringing in with each inhale. And in the same way, the feelings, emotional feelings that pull us away from our peace, often wrapped up with our concerns and our worries, concerns about the future, concerns about things that aren't even in present time yet. Very normal thing to do. But again, with each inhale, breathing in deeply, allowing those emotions to come to mind, and then with the exhale, directing the breath energy to those feelings, rather than running from them and hiding from them, ducking under them, just creating this space, allowing it to be okay to feel them. And the more we practice just allowing and accepting those thoughts and feelings that arise, they do have a tendency to diminish. So in essence, we're breaking down our resistance to all that feels not at ease within our bodies, in our lives. Inhaling whatever comes up, just sitting with it. Doing our best not to be attached, but being willing to sit with it. Breathing in that cleansing, beautiful, fresh, powerful life force energy. And exhaling and releasing it to any area of our life we feel that discomfort, be it physical, be it mental, or be it emotional. They're usually all tied together. With each inhale, that beautiful life force energy, just get a sense that it's filled with waves of beautiful, coherent peace. As we exhale and direct those waves to those areas in our world that are not so peaceful, we bring peace to those areas. Continuing to breathe consciously in and directing the breath to those areas in our world, our worries, our fears, our discomfort, our pain. Being willing to sit with it. Bringing that breath energy to it. And now let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale the breath. And now let's bring our awareness to our hearts. You might want to bring a hand over your heart. You might want to bring a fingertip to your pulse on your wrist. You may wish to bring your hands into prayer pose at the heart. And with your awareness at the heart space now, let's consciously connect our hearts together. The next inhale, let's breathe in. And as we exhale, imagine stepping into that heart space consciousness, a part of the divine vibration that we all share as humans. And now imagine that in that vibration, our hearts are all beating in unison. And now whatever intentions we share and project upon that heartbeat that we're sharing together, we can extend to all our brothers and sisters throughout our communities, our country, and the whole world. So let's consciously now bring our mind to world peace, to the big issues that we are struggling with so much polarization on the planet at this time. The problems that we have to overcome in order to establish peace. And in the same way that we can hold space for ourselves in overcoming our own discomforts, we can do the same now for humanity. So for the remainder of this meditation, with each inhale, bring in that life force energy, and then with the exhale, flow it upon our collective heartbeat for world peace, for peace within the hearts and minds of all humans. Keeping your focus. And when we do this all together, this is an extremely powerful prayer that I like to call subtle activism. all together. And as you exhale, bringing all of your energy back home within yourself. And we wish all beings peace. We wish all beings love, light, justice, and everything that all humans should have as members of the human community on our planet. Please take a deep inhale and exhale. And I thank you for joining me this morning for this meditation. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, peace, love, and light.